Welcome back to Buzzer to Buzzer.
Back to our part 2 on who's going to win the NBA championship. Last video, we talked about who's going to make it out of the East. Today, we're going to be talking about who's going to make it out of the West.
All right, guys. So we already talked about the East, but today we're going to be talking about the Western Conference, guys. You know, it's a loaded Western Conference as always. We got the Lakers at the top right now, but the Utah Jazz, believe it or not, are actually the #1 seed, with the Lakers being the 2nd seed, the Clippers in 3rd, and the Phoenix Suns right there at the 4th spot. Guys, the Western Conference has historically been one of the toughest competitions and championship, routes we've seen throughout the NBA history. Our thoughts on who will emerge out of the stacked conference.
As good as the Jazz are, and it's great that they're the #1 seed. I just think they're too inexperienced to make a deep playoff run this year, and so that's why I'm gonna go with the team I chose last year, the Los Angeles Clippers.
No.
Obviously you guys know my loyalties to Kawhi Leonard, but I really think that Clippers team has been a different team this year. They look more mentally in. Kawhi is not skipping as many games. Paul George is not skipping as many games. We saw that the breaking story come out last year where they were getting preferential treatment. And, with Tyronn Lue this year, it doesn't look like that's the case. I just think they're obviously as a team they got worse, but I think overall when you look at their team and how they've been playing this year, they're better than last year, and for that reason, I think I'm up to pick them to make the championship from the West.
Not to go with the team that I felt like we were all going to go with, but it's hard to go with this team. I think the Lakers are going to make it out of the West. Pains me to say this, but even though they are second best team in the Western Conference right now, I don't think it's too early to call, that they might end up being #1, taking the 1 seed in the West. But, like what prevented it. But yeah. The Lakers do have two of the best top 5 players in the league right now. So, it's hard to go against that. Yeah, I can see where Arian's coming from picking the Clippers. They are a great team right now. They're ranked 3rd in the West. But, the Lakers, they're just pretty stacked right now, and I think that's what's going to make them win it all.
We called him Pandemic P last year. He got his vaccine. He's Pfizer P now. You can't bet against Paul George right now. He's a man on a mission. Kawhi Leonard, he blew a 3-1 lead. That man is a robot. He's been programmed to kill. He's killing every single team. The Nuggets, the Jazz, the Lakers. He's coming for that championship, and he's going to win it out of the West.
Oh my gosh, if I knew that you guys were about to spew this blasphemy, I'd have brought the glasses, the hat. We got a bunch of new viewers in the past couple months. Let's do a quick rewind of what happened last year.
Today, we just had the final game of the Western Conference second round where the Clippers and the Nuggets played in a blowout loss for the Clippers in Game 7. I think there's one man here ready to take it away. Rayon, what do you have?
Hello, everybody. What's that score say, guys? 104-89. The Denver Nuggets winning. Abi, how many points did Kawhi have?
I believe he had 14 points.
Abi, tell me where this dude named Paul George, who's making $140 million, was?
I think he was only scoring 10 points.
I just want to reciprocate Rayon's energy, but in the negative direction. Watching that game, I was about one Pandemic P brick away from throwing my phone at my screen, and the only way to release that negative energy was to watch Mitchell Trubisky highlights.
Okay, so yeah, the Kawhi played like absolute garbage today. Same with Paul George. What's it called? Marcus Morris missed like 10 wide open threes. Lou Williams couldn't hit a 3 for his life. Pat Bev looked like a little kid out there. Everyone was playing like garbage. Doc Rivers showed no enthusiasm on
All right, yeah, you guys just saw in that exact video clip going back a couple months when we were doing this talk show talking about the NBA bubble playoffs. These guys, harsh R&B, went with Kawhi Leonard, Pandemic P, Boardman bandwagon, hopped on it, and they didn't know what they were doing. It's like an investor going into GameStop not knowing when to go out. They didn't know what they were doing. Hopped on Kawhi Leonard for what to happen for the Denver Nuggets? The Denver Nuggets, led by Jamal Murray, to school Kawhi Leonard in that Game 7. That was a heck of a series. And if you got any doubt, you know where I'm going. LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers are going to cream these folks again. Heck, if the Clippers even make it to the Western Conference Finals, that'll be lucky for them after what happened last year. That whole falling apart. They lost their main guy, sixth man of the year, Montrezl Harrell, coming over to the right team. Yeah, that man knows what's going on. Him, Dennis Schroeder, Marcus Gasol, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, that's a complete squad. This team's going to run it back. They're going to win back-to-back. LeBron's got his eyes set for the fifth ring. I can't believe that after what happened last year, you guys have the guts to still go with the Clippers. You guys know what's about to happen. All right, guys. Well, that wraps up our Western Conference predictions video. As always, guys, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below the correct team who you believe will be advancing to the NBA Finals. Once it's for certain, we got a whole bunch of NBA games left, and only time shall tell what happens. Guys, take care. We'll catch you guys tomorrow in our live stream. See you guys.